Well, that's okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Anyway, all of this is getting cut.
This can't even make it in the Patreon cut.
No.
So this is my annual talking about mental health online video. I feel like I haven't actually done one of these since like 2020. Remember my mean comments and how they affect my mental health video? I'm actually very nervous to make this video right now.
What about I'm a social media addict?
I don't really like social media anymore. Yeah, I was thinking that one kind of fits into the bill. This is more of a follow-on from my mean comments and how they affect my mental health. It's like mean comments and how they affect my mental health. Update part 2. So to start, I feel like we should set the scene of how am I doing with reading YouTube comments these days?
You don't.
This is really funny because I have gone from someone who read every comment. I still remember there was a day in January 2017 where I was like out clubbing and I got home at like 3 in the morning and a video had kind of gone semi-viral. Video! And I read every comment that I'd got while I'd been out. I remember when I realized I'd been reading the comments for too long, when my mum came down to go to work and I was just sat in the living room. Earlier this year, I was talking about how I wake up in the morning and the first thing I do every morning is scroll Twitter. Back then, I would wake up in the morning and first thing I'd do is scroll my YouTube comments. I don't even know if I'd reply to any, but I would read everything everyone was saying about me.
Why?
Don't know. So I went from that was me in 2017, reading every comment ever, never ending, awful, to about 2019, 2020, I came up with a system, and I feel like a lot of creators talk about doing this, where they only read the comments for the first hour to the first day of a video coming. I think I'd read in the first hour, and then when I wake up in the morning, I'd maybe have a quick look at the comments again, probably looking from top comments. Now, I'm afraid to look at my YouTube comments. No rationale why, I have no idea why. I'm just, like, with these videos, I just can't look at them. I just am unable to do it. If you're wondering like, oh my God, Seamus never hearts comments on these videos anymore, I haven't looked. I'm sorry. I'm terrified to look at the comments. Maybe this video will be the first one I actually feel comfortable looking at the comments because I feel like they're going to be obliged to be nice to me because of the nature of this video. Bad. Because I feel like there's a thing with these videos of being that they're kind of a new series, a new style. As much as I kind of want to know how to improve it, I'm terrified of seeing what's going wrong for some reason or something.
What's the difference between me just telling you what's wrong about these videos and you reading it from someone else?
I don't know, it feels more, it's hard to explain. I was saying this to you the other day, I'm really nervous of someone nitpicking at something really small that I might have got slightly wrong and just like making a huge fuss over all of it. For some reason, I can't look at the comments of these videos. Maybe today.
Do it right now.
I'll look at the comments. I deadass forgot about this channel, and now it is time for a binge watch of everything I missed. It's such a backhanded compliment. I'm sorry. Like, it just is a backhanded compliment. I get the intense nice. The fact that has 25 likes. I know that's a nice comment, really, because they're like, oh, I can't wait to watch through all your videos, but I don't know. So, I'm terrified to read comments now. I just did it. I just faced my fear. Let's give a round of applause for me facing my fear. But that's where I'm at with YouTube comments right now. Terrified. I know I know at one point I'll start reading them again and I'll be fine. But like, for some reason, I'm just unable to face them right now. But I wanted to talk about other factions of comments, starting with Instagram. Vegard, I really want to know what you think about Instagram comments.
I mean, I never really get any, but if I do, it's usually from friends.
Because I was just thinking how in 2017, I never read my message requests, like ever. I never even looked at them until about 2019. I go through phases of being like super obsessed and reading every single one, and then phases of like, nope, I don't want to look at that. I don't want to know. I'm terrified. I'm not as afraid of message requests as I am of YouTube comments because, I mean, usually your message requests are in response to a story rather than just a general message.
Are you afraid that other people can see the comments and agree with it?
Yes. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that might be it. Because I wasn't hurt by that one comment. I was hurt by the 25 likes. Now, I think I would dabble in my message requests, but never reply. I just get too into it sometimes. It's kind of like someone gives a critique and they say it a bit too sternly for my liking. And then I kind of give a soft response as like a, ha ha ha, it wasn't that deep.
But then you internalize and mull over it.
Yeah, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. But you know what I want to say? I've started, as of like 2 days ago, posting on TikTok more regularly.
I, for one, have no problem with you being here.
Do you want to do it?
Yes, come on, kiss. Despite everything everyone's saying, I, for one, am happy you guys are here.
Wait, what? Who said something?
And I'm actually starting to really like it. I've always said I never get TikTok. I feel like I get it a little bit more now because I don't feel as much pressure posting on TikTok as I do elsewhere. Like, so yesterday I was out and I would just like, something would happen at the party and I would just record in the TikTok app it happening. And I'm like, great, that's all I gotta do. I don't have to overthink this.
Oh my f***ing God, how many months have I been saying this? And you're suddenly just like, you know what I just realized? Because I've said for like months to Seamus, TikTok is not that serious. You can post whatever you want. Seamus is like, oh, I have this funny TikTok. And then I'll go, yeah, post that. And he'll go, but I need to have a reason.
But yeah, that was just my face just getting absolutely roasted. When I first started posting on TikTok, I was getting hundreds of thousands of views on my TikToks. Now I'm kind of like, my TikToks average like 1,000, 2,000 views. And I'm kind of like, this is great. They get like 10 comments. So I'm kind of, the stakes just, there's no stakes to it. I'm enjoying that for the last 2 days. We'll see if this lasts more than a week. I would also say like with TikTok, I feel the same applies to Twitch as well, which I've started doing recently. Because again, there aren't as many people there. I kind of know the names of most of the people I think are gonna show up already. That's gotta be a factor that people I don't know seeing it scaring me, because maybe like that comes back to you saying, when you tell me something, I don't really mind because I know you and I'm kind of like, okay, but he wants what's best for me. I don't know if the YouTube comments necessarily want, well, I'm sure they do, but you don't really know any of the people in the comments from Adam. Like if someone's been watching me for 5 years, their comment is a lot more like what they have to say about what they think about my videos and where they're going is way more influential on me than someone who doesn't. What do you think about TikTok comments? Do you like TikTok comments?
I don't care about people's opinions really anymore.
Oh, okay.
Except if it's my friends. So the only reason I would be scared to post something now is if I think my friends would react to it.
I care too much about what people think. I always have though.
Yeah, I mean I did before, but it just really does not matter to me. Like in my work and in my friendships, I care a lot more. So I'm way more worried about that than I am about someone on the internet.
Yeah, I always feel like when it's kind of like, oh yeah, it's just a random person on the internet, why do you care what they think? I find that like a hard thing to respond to, and it's hard to explain, but it does matter to me for whatever reason. Part of me is like, it is important to care about what people think. If people don't like you, you're not going to do well.
No.
But I guess actually, no, yeah, you can do quite well with people hating you, but I don't want to be that guy.
Right.
So.
But it's like a control thing almost, because you want to control how you're perceived.
You do.
No, I'm saying you specifically.
Yeah, I was saying it in that sense, yeah. I definitely think I like that. I like to control the narrative of how I'm perceived. I think that's a big thing, and it's always been a big thing. And I think that's why I've always liked YouTube videos of like, okay, I'm in control of the edit. I can control exactly how people like see who I am and what they think of me. So therefore, if I'm feeling a certain way on a certain day, I think I can illustrate that quite well. No, I think that's interesting. Anyway, news section. That was it for the comments.
This transitions ever in these videos. Okay, yeah. Anyway, news.
Okay, yeah. You know what I haven't really spoken about, and I don't know how I've never really spoken about this in detail, and I really want to speak about this. Probably what I'm going to title this video around. My burnout in 2021.
When did that happen?
Pretty much the whole of 2021. I don't know if you missed it, but you've told me you've done a similar thing, and I think a lot of probably people who working online and work for themselves completely overworked ourselves in 2020. I've always described it to like friends as just the perfect storm, because I would say before 2020 and the pandemic, I would say I had a pretty good work to life balance. Then there was a pandemic.
Did you guys know about that?
Did you miss that one? I found the pandemic to be the perfect storm of, oh, well, now you can't go out with your friends and do things. Surely I've spoken about this before. I feel like I've said something on those lines. I felt I had the ratio sorted. Then pandemic breaks out and going out with friends withdrawn from the equation. So what do? Fill that time up with more working. So now I am just working. That's all I'm doing. And yeah, we reached this situation where I completely overworked myself. I found a tweet from August 2020, and this is just the most, I needed help. I was talking to my friend about creator burnout, and I unironically said, I don't have time for that. Maybe I need help. You did in fact need help, Seamus. Part of me almost doesn't regret it because I do think the Disney sequels series was good, and I think they're good videos. I made a tier list of the Disney sequels series on Twitch if you want to go watch that VOD. 2021 kicks in and the burnout begins. As I said, I did know what burnout was. I had heard creators talk about burnout in like 2018, 2019. I don't know if you remember this, but there was a bit of a phase of creators really opening up about burnout. The way I would describe it is usually I am all energy and then I have like an occasional moment, like an hour, maybe 2 hours a day where I'm kind of like, okay, I need a break. I need a minute. When I was burnt out, I was in a constant state of that. I need a break, I need some time, I don't have any energy. And then every day I would have about an hour or two of energy. So yes, I did have spurs of energy, and I did very often when I was burnt out work through not having motivation. And then the spurs of energy would kind of help you kind of get a video done. And I was getting videos done, but obviously at a much slower pace because it's much harder to work when you're not motivated than it is to when you are motivated. Oh, revelation. Whoa. My big thing with when I saw creators talk about burnout was I thought it was just one of those things where you take a week off and you're good. I fully thought that. I genuinely believe my burnout lasted for over a year, to be honest. But I feel in the last year, obviously since we moved here and obviously kind of coming out of the pandemic a little bit, going out and doing things again. It's like that thing you said to me the other day, you came in, how do people do work, life, health, how do they sort all of it out? And I was like, I don't think anyone does. So how's your work-life balance, Vegard?
Terrible at the minute. The 2 times I hung out with people last week, I crammed into a work scenario. So I was going to events and I was like, do you want to come along to this? Or can I just work at yours? And that was the times I saw people. I
definitely feel like my work-life balance is starting to kind of come together, and I'm noticing since that a lot less burnout.
This is funny. Do you want to hear my work-life balance? As we're filming this video, I'm currently working because I'm texting about an edit that I'm having notes given to.
But yeah, with that, and let's conclude that section with, okay, yeah. I want to kind of have a section called What I've Learned and How I'm Going to Deal with This in the Future. Because I feel like anytime I make one of these videos, I'm kind of in this mindset of, I've worked out the missing piece, I know exactly what not to do next time, and I think I've got to kind of accept that there's always going to be some sort of issue, especially with YouTube comments, because I have made videos now talking about I read too many comments, and I've now also said I read too few comments. And even when I'm in the happy medium, I've probably got there's always a problem there, I guess. So
hi, it's me. The problem, it's me.
YouTube comments right now. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem, it's me. I feel like anytime I make one of these videos, I feel like I've worked it all out. I finally cracked it, and now I'm like gonna explain to my audience how I am going to combat my problems. No, this is going to be an ongoing issue that's probably never going to go away, and I'm okay to accept that, I think. It's quite mature. But, wait, what did I say? But part of me right now still very much feels like I have to on a feedback front. Oh yeah, I said that. I also now know never to overwork myself like that again, and always try and keep my work-life balance healthy. Vegard is overworking himself right now and is definitely going to be burnt out by the end of the week. As I've kind of said, I feel like I'm just now like just rubbing it in Vegard's face, but I do now try to go back to my life before. I'm taking back my wonderful life.
So yeah.
That's the one.
That's the series.
So yeah. Maybe that's it. Guys, what do you think of the series name, So Yeah? I know this is like episode 7 or something, and it's a bit late to be coming up with a series name, but the playlist is still called Untitled Video Series right now. I actually think So Yeah could be a perfect name for this series. So yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. You can subscribe, watch another video, check out my Patreon, my Twitch, my Twitter, my Instagram, and all that stuff in the description down below. Bye. Wait, no, I should have said thanks for watching. That wasn't very nice. Cool. Thank you for that. Okay.